guys, we are here with episode 5. And obviously, consistency, yes. And obviously, we want to do a big shout out and say Happy New Year to each and every single one of you out there. Wherever you are in this country, world, US, like hopefully, we would, as he would say, like we made it, right? We made it to a new year, and let's just hope that this new year is better. We have been in a pandemic for 2 years. I don't know, but it's a win to say that, you know, we made it to 2022, January 1st. How was your New Year's?
Family.
Family.
Just hanging out with family. Just my little man, my mom. Just family vibes.
Family vibes.
Family vibes.
Okay.
Family vibes.
Family vibes. I think
we're getting old.
We're getting older.
Who's going to a club and spending
Who's
dressing up in a suit to go hang out with other fraudulent people?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I'm good. We used to do that.
You
know, and that's that's not to say for any one of you guys who maybe went to a party, but I think a lot of people who are older can attest to say that, like, as you get older, you just do a little bit more, like, subtle things, like chill things versus going out.
I wanted to be safe.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And there's COVID out here.
I'm safe.
But anyway, so this episode, I feel is gonna be...
Air 'em out!
It's going to be interesting. That's all I'll say. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. Mm-hmm. So, without further ado, you guys should already know how this script goes. For my newbies who are joining us in 2022, we start out the actual episode with a vent session where both John and I will be just venting some things out that we just need to let out in steam. And there's been a lot. There's been a lot going on. So we're excited about that. Followed with pop culture, where we talk about 2 specific topics, and then it goes forward with Q&A, where you, the viewers, the fans, the supporters, the genuine ones, ask us questions in all aspects of life, whether that be something personal about us or, you know, something that you guys have been wondering about. So yeah, and generally the episodes go for about 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, hang out.
Yeah, so you're literally just about to hang out. So yeah, like grab some breakfast, some lunch and dinner, a cocktail, and get ready to laugh because we are about to do this one. So without further ado, here's vent session. Now, John always starts. Oh yeah, that's when the big smoke effect happens. Yeah. Vent session. Once again, the name of this show is called Candid Conversations with John and Drew. That's all I'll say. All right, so without further ado, John, take it away, my friend.
All right. I mean, like you said, there's a lot going on as far as in both of our lives, which is fine because I mean, you're never gonna get like every day is gonna be, you know, roses and teddy bears and gummies and everybody having a great old ball of joy and fun, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like I get it. But I have to also keep it condensed because I only want to talk about one thing. You know, yes, and it's good business, right? I want to vent on business. Yeah. I'm not gonna call you out by name. I'm not. I'm sure one of your students will see it, which is fine. It is what it is. But like I was telling him on the way here, I'm gonna call you pocket change. Okay? I'm gonna call you pocket change. And that is, I mean it very disrespectfully. I do. I know I usually say I keep it respectful, but right now I'm being disrespectful. I wish I can show the emails to you guys, but we're not gonna go that far. But just know that I know I'm in the right. But which I'm always quick to say, like, especially if I'm wrong, I'm willing to admit it. But right now, I'm right. Okay. Anyway, so pocket change over here. I taught once. It was fine. It went great. Kids were great. Fine. I also got paid 2 weeks in advance. So let's just keep that. Let's just keep that in the back of our heads, right? So we're talking about a business that I went to. I got hired to. I got paid 2 weeks in advance. Who pays 2 weeks in advance at any job? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't take it as anything. I was like, oh my God, so nice. He he's the one who like really knows how to like kind of deep dive a little bit quicker than me sometimes, and I knew that was maybe a red flag for him, but like we kind of just pushed past it and kind of was like, all right, maybe this pocket change is being nice. Anyway, so fast forward, I go to teach again, and the day of, I get told that I will not be getting paid until a couple of days later, and that this is the business, and that I'm the one who should be okay with this.
Yeah, so in the email, friends, this individual stated
Pocket change.
stated to him that it was the wording in the email. And like I said, it was very aggressive, stating kind of questioning that he has no experience and has no idea what he's talking about in regards to
like, this is my first fucking day.
Yeah. So continue. Yeah.
Anyway, so when I get like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm patient with everybody, but I've been doing this since I was 19 years old teaching, right? I've been doing this for 19 years old, since I was 19. I'm going to be 33 soon. In 6 days, I will be 33, years old. Like, come on. Like, it's not like I just started yesterday and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to be working. And I'm always excited to teach. I'm always excited to teach at new places and for people to hire me. I'm always appreciative of it. But do not play me. Do not play me. Do not pretend like I'm wet behind the ears, like I'm just going to just say, oh, okay, everything's okay, it's fine, but it's not. Like, you know, if I don't know you, like, I'm not saying, yeah, I don't trust you at the end of the day. Let's say what it is. I don't trust you, right? Yeah. Now, am I going to be mean to you? Am I going to, like, put anything against you? No, but I'm not going to allow you to tell me that you paid me 2 weeks in advance and then come to this next job I do with the same person. You're telling me that you can't pay me now for a couple of days because that's part of your payroll. That doesn't make any sense, because if you're paying me through payroll, then where's my check? Right? Why did you pay me 2 weeks in advance prior? You can't zell me and tell me that you're doing payroll. That's cash. So like, again, I just want everybody out there that's listening, that's maybe a studio owner, maybe wants to hire us, maybe wants to do this. Like, when we want to come and teach, whether it be me, whether it be him, whether it be us, whether you want somebody that we know to come teach for you, like, we would love to do that for you. We love to do what we do. We love to teach. But do not aggressively send messages to either of us, yes. Well, I could say to me right now, pocket change, yes. Any other pocket changes out there, yes. Just know that, like, I'm not one to play with, right? I'm not mean, I'm not aggressive, I'm not going, I could air you out right now, but I'm not going to. But, because a lot of people know who you are, the people watching, and I'm sure they'll look at you funny then. But I just want you, people out there, to understand that, like, it's okay to stick up for yourself. Yes? Yeah. In the moment, like, I'm going to fast forward really quick because I'm just going through the story, because I'm not trying to, like, I could be here talking an hour about it. Yeah. But the point is, I ended up being taken off the job because I spoke my mind. And that's the shitty part, right? Because do I need your pocket change? No, right? It's not about the money, right? Because it is, at the end of the day, pocket change. And I'm grateful for that, right? I'm grateful to be able to call certain side jobs pocket change, right?
And he's not
respectful.
And yeah, wait,
that's very respectful.
For any other person watching it, it's not like he's saying when studio owners ask him to go to the studios, he's not looking at it as pocket change. He is greatly appreciative of it. It's beyond. This transcends a certain type of business that kind of went awire in a sense. So.
You know, I spoke my mind very respectfully. I thought it was very nice in the message. He proofread and helped me with the construction of it, because that's what he's great at. So like, for her to just not read the email and just tell me that I'm off the job. Now what if I really did need the money? You know? What if, like, I really needed that $300, I can say it, that $300. What if I really needed it? You know what I mean? So like, at the end of the day, like, I just want people out there to understand that, like, don't treat us or any people that you hire like they're so, like, dispensable and like, oh, you're gonna tell us when you're gonna pay us, and you're gonna do this when you feel like you're gonna pay me 2 weeks in advance, you're gonna pay me 2 weeks late now, you're gonna, oh, I shortchanged you, I'm sorry, oh, I don't have enough, or oh, can you do it for this or this and that. Like, at the end of the day, like, I understand that everybody's hurting and everybody's going through it, and everybody's got to push through. But like, we are also humans, and we do a lot for everybody. We do so much. We really, really do. And I can say that I am so patient, and I give so many chances to people. But starting this new year, like, I will no longer just say, oh, it's okay. He or she said that they'll get me next time. Like, I'm not. Like, there's no way. There's no way. So, this goes out to anybody out there who wants to hire me personally, yes? Like, please, just handle your business the right way. Do things the right way. I'm not a punching bag. I'm not a dummy. It's not my first day. I'm older than you too, so don't tell me you've been doing this longer than me. Like, you know what I mean? There's just certain things, like, just don't play. Don't play with people's money, don't play with people's emotions. Just do the right thing. Business done. And we aren't friends, we're none of that. So it should be simple. It's business. It should be simple. I wish I could have said more, but it is what it is.
Yeah, because it's a lot. So I mean,
I gave you guys a gist.
Yeah, a gist of it. So ultimately, his vent is that I think when it comes down to a business perspective or a business relationship, there needs to be a respect factor there. And I have to say that in reading the message, because he did show me the initial email, it was very assertive. It was very directive. It was very aggressive. And this is someone asking him to do a job.
Who they asked him.
They asked him. Yeah, you know. So and the thing about it is that he was just asking a question, because in the past, you know, we've had situations where, you know, employers or studios have not paid at all, or like they'll say, oh, I'll give you the payment soon, but then soon is what? Like, and my thing is to say, like, we're in such a time right now where you don't know where everyone's at financially. So for him to just simply ask those questions in the email, and trust me, I saw the email. So, you know, there was no rudeness, there was no disrespect there. You know what I'm saying? So like to receive an email back and then to have the client then say, because he asked questions, you know what, you're asking too many questions, you're a bad guy, I'm going to nip you now and you're not doing the job, I felt like was a little kind of showed
2 hours before I teach, like, come
like
on,
it kind of showed what you, like, kind of person you are. I hate to say it. Yeah. And I think the moral of the story is that, and I try to express this to him, and he's gotten so much better. Like, this man, like, when I tell you guys, John is probably one of the most patient people that I've ever met before. And when he said that, it's like being his older brother, I just shake my head, because I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I understand his patience. That's not what I don't understand. It's his patience. Like, it's his patience towards certain people. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, from a brotherly perspective, I'm just like, you know, and you sit back, you let it rock sometimes, because sometimes you have to let your loved ones kind of just float and like have situations happen. Now, did I know that this situation was going to happen based off of the first initial red flag? No, but it was a red flag to me, because, you know, it's just weird. Like, who, and this is an honest fact, who, businesses out there, who would honestly, who would you pay someone 2 weeks in advance? Then the reasoning behind it, friends, was that that was part of that was part of like payroll. Off of the Cash App. And my thing was like, well, why didn't you write a check?
She said that the banks were closed.
But no. But no. My thing is like,
no ATMs, no checks.
Okay,
you're a business.
You're a business.
You're a business.
Come on. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful with this line of questioning, but like, my thing is like, if you paid me via Cash App before, why can't we go old school, and why can't you just write me out a check? Why can't you
just go to an ATM?
Why can't you?
But it was closed. I'm sorry. Banks were closed. The ATMs don't work. I'm sorry. You're right.
You know what I'm saying, guys? So, all to say, I think what he's saying for his vent is like, never be afraid to ask questions, because
ever.
Especially when it pertains to a job, because in a future episode, I'm actually going to like talk about that in a sense, or like slightly vent about it. You know, like you should never be afraid to ask questions that pertain to your money.
Stick up for yourself.
And stick up for yourself, right? But
even if it costs you the job.
Because honestly, you guys can Google a bunch of famous actors, and I just saw something from like Jada Pinkett Smith where she talks about that too, and you know, she states how, you know, every job is not meant for you. No. It's not. Just because an opportunity comes and graces to you, you know, doesn't mean that you're meant to work for this company for the rest of your life. Like, jobs come and go. So, and as dancers in this industry, we're expendable. There's another person who'll be willing to do the job for twice the amount, less than the amount that you want, and they're not going to ask that many questions. But someone who asks a lot of questions, guys, is someone who's actually been in the game for a while. Remember that. If you don't ask a lot of questions,
you're gonna get taken advantage of. Yeah. And I'm not one to do it.
Yeah. So.
And I'm sure she's gone away with it, taking advantage of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Good bet, my friend. Good bet. All right. So my event, and I'm just gonna go for it. So, I feel like in the past 4 episodes we have spoken about parents, right? And I have spoken about, like, once again, this being like my second year in a studio setting. I come from a background where I'm not used to the structural, foundational component of studio life, whereas, like, you know, I was just going and teaching or whatever, and being on stage and creatively directing and living my best life and traveling, right? But all to say, as I am continuing my reign in the studio setting, I am finding a sense of me not necessarily liking it. And this has nothing to do with studio owners or directors that I work for, because I think you guys are so cool. You guys welcome me with arms, and the dancers, you guys give me your all, and you guys, I've built relationships and connections with a lot of these kids, and those relationships I'll never take for granted. The reason why I'm starting to find such a dislike towards it is the disrespect from the parents.
Blatant.
What I keep hearing and what I have heard, and once again I'm not going to mention names, but there's a parents out there that, and I remember doing this, and like I just edited episode 4, and I remember doing this, right? There's only so much anyone can take. It doesn't matter if I'm an educator, it doesn't matter if I'm working at a law firm, it doesn't matter, you know, on a day-to-day when I'm at Vogue. You have to lead with respect, like, first and foremost. And a lot of you parents think that a lot of stuff is not getting back to me, but it is. So for one, why are you talking so much about the video that I'm going to probably include right now? That me and John did with one of our students. John, I told you this.
That was tasteful.
I'm going to tell you what you said, because I know you're going to watch this. You said that you found it to be inappropriate for 2 adults to be dancing with a younger child. You continue on and talk about how some of my other students in the class are not matching the level of other kids, and then you want to go back and text someone about it. However, you have other obligations and commitments that you need to worry about. You need to focus on failing things that are happening in your life. Don't concern yourself about what I'm doing. Don't concern yourself about what this other dancer is doing, because that child and that parent is not thinking about you. Continue talking and disrespecting me, the JDA brand, or my name. We will have one-on-one words. And I mean that in a respectful way, because I'm tired of constantly hearing you speak. You have nothing nice to say, and you always have something to say. Handle your priorities. And I'm looking dead into the camera because I'm not playing. So I say this to say, if I ever find out, parents, that you just are constantly going on and on and on when I've done absolutely nothing to you, I don't want to work with your child. And that's just to say, That's just what it is. You want to question. I'm always going to respect your child in a classroom setting. Let me be clear on that. It's not like I don't know that I'm an adult and I don't know that they're a kid, but I refuse to have you consistently and constantly disrespect me on a day-to-day basis when you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I am probably one of the most nicest, most genuine people out here, but I refuse to allow you to disrespect me. Point blank, period.
We ain't taking no shit, man. I'm telling you, it's just like, don't, like, we do the best that we can, but it's the extra shit that comes on the side that you don't think we hear. I have plenty of parents too that they just constantly, oh, Mr. John hasn't finished her dance yet. I don't like this costume, man. Then you come and do it. It's so easy, right? It's so easy, right?
Like, if you guys don't, once again, we've spoken about this before, but like, it's just continuing. Parents, you were not hired to be the teacher. You were hired to entrust and have belief at the fact that the person who is in charge of your child's piece is the one that's going to create something. Like, I just feel like parents, like, and I mean this with all due respect, you guys, and I'm going to come close to the camera, you guys have to let us do our jobs. You guys have to allow there to be some sense of creative freedom to happen, because that's why we get paid. That's why we're artists. And to go off of my bed and what I was talking about, like, how do you go about, like, parents, some of your parents are actually horrifying, because you go out and you talk about the actual students.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about how terrible this student is. You talk about how you guys are worse than the kids. Let's talk about it. But you're supposed to be the one setting morals and values and standards in your own kids, yet you're the ones good. When they get in the car after class, you're the ones that are bad-mouthing the kids. You're the ones that are bad-mouthing the teacher. Let me see you do what I do.
Yeah.
Let me see you do what John does. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm not having it.
It ain't easy.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it. And as I said, if I continue to keep hearing disrespect, we are definitely going to have a cute Vanderpump Rules moment, and you're going to have to, no drinks involved, but I'm going to be honest with you, because I refuse to work with a child whose parent is consistently talking about me disrespectfully. That's the point of my vent. You want to rewind that? I'll say it again for you. I refuse to work with your child if you continue to badmouth and speak about my brand, John, my name, or one of my students in a negative way. Grow up and handle your responsibilities.
Yeah, I mean, period. Here we go. 22. Yo, I mean, it's 2022. Again, we're not like, there's no reason for us to like have these moments, because we have awesome people in our lives too. We have people who really love us and really support us. It's just that constant, like, little toxic, like, little moments that like people need to just like shut up, because you can't do what we do. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't.
All right, moving forward. I feel better too.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, again, we love and we love. We always leave with love, man.
Yeah, no. And trust me, like,
don't focus.
every and anything that we're saying is coming from a respectful place. Honestly,
I was disrespectful, but I don't care.
We love what we do. We love what we do, and
change.
We just, there's certain standards, you know, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, guys, next, which is the second section of our episode, is pop culture. Moving forward, John doesn't even know that any of these topics or anything like that.
I never do.
So, like, I love this. I love this. So, in our first topic, so as many of you guys know, former Empire star Jesse Smollett, he is the guy, John, who, okay, I'm just going to say for those people who don't even know who I'm talking about. So he was Jamal in the show, the Fox show Empire. He, I want to say 2 years ago, he staged his own hate crime attack
Oh, okay, I remember this guy.
This guy staged it. He hired two brothers from another country. Yeah. Apparently he had Subway. He wanted to order a Turkey Club sub. And then he was going back to the studio after getting it, and he got, hate crimed because he's a gay. He's homosexual. Mm-hmm. Recently, he went to court for this, and he lost. Shocker. A lot of people are kind of talking in the news and the media stating how for someone to be black and kind of, I guess society wise be dealing with the whole discrimination of being a black man and then the discrimination of being a gay. Do you feel like Jesse now, Bud, has kind of caused other people who could potentially honestly be in those situations? He tainted it. Do you feel do you feel like now minorities or anyone of it doesn't matter, color, it doesn't even have to be black.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Do you feel as someone on a celebrity status now has now caused such a bad image for other people now in the media to now go through a harder process now in order to get justice? Especially when you're someone who's a celebrity who has now done that, and this is poor people. We could possibly go outside now and be hate crimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the question that a lot of people in society are.
We've definitely both been poked at. But I mean, it's unfortunate that somebody with such power, in a sense, quote unquote, that celebrity power, has to do such stupid, weird shit at the end of the day. Yeah. Where it does taint certain things. Mm-hmm. I just feel I don't understand how we're in 2022 and we're still dealing with I don't like you because you're this and I don't like you because you're that, and it's just so weird. Who cares what color you are? Who cares how you dress? Who cares?
I think for me, I think we have a harder. I think it's only going to get harder and harder now for people like us who are not on that level, because the reasoning to why he did it, guys, is because he wasn't happy with his salary. Guess how much he was getting, guys, per episode? He was getting $65,000 per episode, whereas his other co-stars like Terrence Howard, Taraji P. Henson, but they have been working this. But come on. So you were upset for getting $65,000. So now you went home at night and you created this whole falsity and created this whole hate crime act, when there are dozens of people out in this world who get hate crimes, who are getting bashed and hated on because of their homosexuality or their race. In New York City, in the past few months, Asians were getting hit randomly. We're in Chinatown now because of their own ethnicity, and people randomly just walk in the middle of the street, or old people. They were targeting old people because they got hit or whatever. So I feel like he's honestly caused such a
because of greed.
Just greed. So now it's made it harder for other people in our position who don't have that power to now step outside and get justice, because it's what do you believe now? If you can't believe the A-list people, right? Or you're going to believe us. You're definitely not going to believe us now. This is going to be even more of a situation. So I just feel a lot of you, I don't. And this, I think this is so important. It kind of opened up the whole aspect of why I deep dive a little bit and why I don't trust people, because some people just always assume and think the best out of people. And it's not to say that I meet people, guys, and I'm I trust you, but honestly, and this man can tell you, I don't care who you are, to be quite frank. I don't trust a damn soul. I really don't. I'll trust you to a certain extent, but this is exactly why half-truths exist. This is exactly why people don't tell the full, honest story. They take out bits and pieces of the story because they're afraid of what other people might perceive or take. But and I'm not saying you have to tell everything to everyone, but you lied to your loved ones, Jesse. You blatantly called your boy and said, "I got hate crimed."
Yeah.
And then your boy was "Yo, I'm with you, da 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 da." Then come to find out you lied. If I was your best friend,
we are not best friends anymore.
I'm looking at you sideways. Sorry. And if you and I say this all the time, if you can't be honest about everything with that just one or two people, then what are you doing? And now you've caused more of a stir for other people in society now.
It's weird. It's just weird. The things people do for money, yo. Like kiddos out there, like please do your best, right? Do not allow greed to persuade you to do shit that is going to hurt you in the long run. Having, let's say he got more money, right? And he got maybe 100,000. So that 100,000 that he got, right? Every episode now, right? He got it because they felt bad for him. Once he's now convicted of lying, they took all his money anyway now. From the lawyer fees to the court fees to everything, and then your name is tainted. You're never gonna get hired again. So this goes out to you guys, like, please don't do weird stuff for money. Like, it doesn't pay off in the long run. Be consistent. Don't wish to be rich right away. Take your steps. If you're meant to be rich, then you'll be rich.
Yeah.
If you're meant to succeed and do this, you'll get there. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. Your time will come if you put in consistent work. And I truly believe in that. I myself am not rich. I myself am not where I want to be financially yet. But am I working towards it? Yes. Do I still along the way buy beautiful things for myself? Yes. And you can do that, but there's no reason to be greedy in this world.
Yeah.
There's no reason, because that's the number one problem. Everybody wants to be greedy, and everybody's willing to sell their soul for it.
Yeah. Yep.
And what do you get out of it at the end of the day? You're gonna end up with nothing.
Yep.
But
yeah,
Jesse, good luck to you, bro.
Jesse, good luck to you. You have tainted a lot. A lot of you celebrities do that. You guys go on vacation. I just remember that Olympian too lied and said that he got robbed when he went on. So it just starts with you guys because you guys are higher than us. And this is now going to predecess into other situations now to where people can refer back to and be like, can I trust you? Next in our hot topic. Okay, so. Alright, so Adele's album just came out.
It's trash, unfortunately.
Trash. However, guess how much she's charging per ticket? Per ticket, $3,000. Adele, my question to you, John.
Like for a regular concert?
Yes. Hold on. You already know my question is. John, would you go see this concert?
No, and the going around, look, and we're two different people. I'm an Adele fan, right? I am. I'm an Adele fan. And he's not, which is fine. Right? But when I heard this album, I don't get it. I don't know how you can sit there from beginning to end and be like,
this is it.
This is it, dog.
Adele. Okay, so for me, the perfect album would be my kind of music. I like a nice variety, right? I'm a Gemini. I like balance, right? I'm a balanced person. Adele, your album, I feel like I'm in a 2000 Volkswagen in the Alps somewhere, and I'm about to go off a cliff.
Yeah, it's just not good.
It's just
jazzy, but not jazzy.
It's just not good to me. But in correlation to what the question is, I'm not spending between the range is between $2,000 to $3,000. I'm not spending. Okay, just once again, and we talked about certain things that we would spend money on. I'm not spending $2,000 to $3,000 on any type of concert ticket. I know there's some people that are die-hard fans, and I love me some Janet. I think I've been to every Janet, whatever the case may be. However, I'm not spending $2,000 on
that sounds a little crazy. I mean, I wonder if they're doing it to prevent people from reselling them, because that's the new thing now. You resell fucking everything, which is so stupid. That's demand and supply and demand.
Yeah, because I think the far back seats, like the nosebleed seats, are $1,000, around $1,000. But I'm not even spending.
I wish her album was fire, and I could kind of be on her side, but there's just.
I'm not spending $1,000. I'm not even spending. It's just for me. I'm not even spending $1,000. I would rather spend $1,000 maybe on a coat. Now I know a lot of you would probably be like,
I would.
That's crazy. Why are you gonna? But see, we all have our vices. We all have the things that we want. So for me, I'm not spending $1,000 on you, Adele. Especially you, Adele. This album sounds like I'm 80 years old. Like I said on the album, I'm about to go over the cliff, and as I'm going over the cliff, I'm knitting. I'm doing this. I'm not, and obviously I'm gonna die. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's not.
It just wasn't. It wasn't for me. I wanted to love it, and I just. It was painful.
It was painful.
It was.
And when I'm going through an album, I'll play the first. I'll give you till the second verse. If I'm noticing nothing's happening, there's no rhythm change or something, like it's just
the beats that were used.
It was just not good.
Jazzy. I'm sure there'll be plenty of competition dances to them.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of these studios, you guys.
What's the one on the album that's like the hit? Easy on Me? No, what is it?
I don't. To be guys, I kid you not. I don't know one track off of this new album. I'd be lying to you.
That hit, the hit though.
But you don't even.
Only good song
But you don't even know what the hit.
Whatever that hit is that's gonna be.
Bitch, when you know a hit, you know a hit song. Like if this was Britney, I'd be like, "Slave for You." Did you hear it? Oh, it's everything. Pharrell produced it. Like, or Dirty, Christina Aguilera. You know what I'm saying? Like you know a hit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you go to her, her concert and you know us, let me know how it is.
Let us know how it is.
I would love to know.
Because, I'll be in Vegas this year, and I'm not. I think the person which I'm excited about, this is not a part of the topic, but John Legend has its own little like thing. By the time I found out, by the time May happens, so I'm excited about that. But like, those tickets were not $1,000, couple hundred, sure. I think at most I spent $500 on like VIP seats for like a Janet show. Well, how much have you spent on a concert? Have you ever been to a concert?
Yeah, the last concert I went to was, which is funny, it was Aventura and Romeo Santos.
Yeah.
That was the last time I went to in the city. That was moons and moons ago. That I went to that concert. But those tickets were like, I think like $3 each.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I don't mind
$250. I mean, I'm down to see all them Spanish mommies swaying and everybody's like, I mean, it was a vibe. Sorry, but that was the last time I went to. That was, oh my god, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It must have been like 8 years.
I haven't been to a concert in a long time.
Yeah, it must have been like 7 or 8 years ago.
I
It was in the Yankee Stadium.
I want to say maybe like 06.
Oh, I've been further than me. Okay. So it's been a while for you. Yeah, no, that was the last one.
I mean, I saw Britney in Vegas, but that wasn't like a concert. Like that was a venue. Is that the same thing?
I mean,
is that the same thing?
It's kind of the same things.
It was in like.
I would say it's the same thing.
I guess it's the same. Okay, so I take it back. So I think my last concert was 2013, 14. But all to say, guys, you guys want to spend your money on those concerts? Please let us know how that is.
Yo, good for you, by the way. Get your money.
Get your money.
I'm not hating on the money.
Get your money. You have, and your Oprah special on CBS. Get your money.
Get your money.
You dating that black man?
Get your money.
You happy and shit?
I just feel like
get your money.
Trash.
Yeah, it's trash. It is trash. All right, guys. So now, last part of our segment is the Q&A, where we have 4 questions that we will answer.
I do not know these questions. Again, like I love keeping it really like raw and uncut on this side. You heard? Just saying.
You heard. All right. So our first question, and as we always do, we always try to minimize, like try not to keep it going, because we talk for hours on the phone, guys. We really could. Like we really could talk forever, but like we have to learn how to like sometimes compact it.
I want to go out and eat soon. I'm hungry.
I'm starving. Okay, so here we go. All right, first question. I'm totally gonna let him take the significance of this, and then I'll talk about it. And just, all right. So, and using that word. So, first question someone said to us, but is, I noticed you and John were both at a tattoo shop recently.
Oh.
What is the significance and meaning of your recent tattoos? It looks like a big fish is on your hands. Listen,
you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong in that. And I didn't take that offensively when you said big fish, because it is. But I will let John talk about it.
Yeah. So we've been trying to get a tattoo for like years now, and I was thinking, and we wanted to always do the yin yang. I feel like, I mean, I'm not going to give you the whole definition of the yin yang. Google it. You'll find out, and you'll realize who's who.
You guys should know.
But I wanted to signify like something in a cooler kind of illustrative in a sense way, and koi fishes are really I love. I mean, if you guys know some of my tattoos,
he's fully tatted.
Right.
You should know that.
Right. There's certain like, whether it be insects or animals that really like, I don't know, speak to how either I live or he lives, and I have an owl, I have a bee. I mean, I feel like those two things are very like significant. And if you don't know, look up the significance of an owl and look up the significance of bees.
Yeah, because
get into that.
Yeah, because I have an elephant.
Right.
So look up the significance.
Right.
So look up the significance of that.
There's certain animals and there's certain things. So as far as koi fish go, of them being just like this kind of upper echelons of the fish, right? They are fish that they always travel together, right? And they're also one of the most adaptable fishes, and they can basically survive in any type of altitude waters for the most part. Yeah. So it's just for me, from the yin yang to being like the two adaptive people that we are together, and the camaraderie and the way we stick together. You know what I mean? Through good and bad. It signified it, and I really wanted it on my hand. I wanted to make a statement. I feel like it makes me and him look like cool Power Ranger vibes. You know what I mean? At least have like that insignia somewhere on them. But to me, it's a strong punch to the face of like I know he was a little nervous about the hand tattoo part.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
You know what I mean?
But
I surpassed that like tippy top of the being too tattooed, quote unquote. But anyway, for me, like it's a bold statement. It's something that I value and hold very strong and high in my life. And yeah, man, what better way than to put it in blood? You know what I mean? In a sense. So that's the big fish.
Yeah, that's the big fish. So it's each fish. Like, we're not gonna get into this, but like if you look up what the white fish means versus the black fish, the koi fish is all correlated around the concept of what the yin yang is about. Right. So there's a deep dive there. So it's not just the big fish on your hands. But you were close, and I was nervous. I have to say, like, to have it on the hand, I felt like was a little aggressive.
It looks cool.
And you know who I was honestly thinking about? I mean, I know I'm an adult, but I was thinking about my mother. Because she was just, oh man, my mom is just so old school, and she just is so like, well, you never know if you stop dancing, and what if you need to get another job? And I was just to be like, well, Mom, there's creams, like there's cover-up creams or something. I really don't see my life going in that direction at this point in my life anymore. To be honest with you, I'm 36, but yeah, I love it. Once he was done with it, and I still have to take a picture of it. I was actually waiting. I was waiting to see if he was going to do it because he had like the nice, like, cool camera. But I can, you know what? Now that this conversation's happening, I'm just going to take a picture of it, and then I will create the concept photo for you guys so you can see it. But yeah, we've always wanted to, like, get a tattoo to really
put it in blood,
like symbolize our friendship and our brotherhood and stuff like that. So that's why we got it. This man isn't going anywhere. I'm literally stuck. I'm stuck.
Duh.
And I'm not complaining when I say I'm stuck. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other person. I compare my friendship with him literally like an Issa D Molly situation. And a lot of you guys know I love Insecure, and it's 2 more episodes. Tomorrow is episode 9, and the next weekend, I can't. Anyway, sorry. So all to say, like, I love this man. Trust me, I'm not getting anything tatted on my body if I did not securely, really like love the friendship. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of people always say, like, well, you guys had a tattoo about something. How do you like? What if the friend like? No. When like a friendship or a relationship is not going anywhere, then duh. So feels very solid with this. So that's what it's about.
Big fish.
Big fish. So no, I love that. I love that.
Pocket change. Yo.
Woman, let me be your woman. I can't. All right, here we go. Question 2. What were some of your favorite TV shows as a kid? I meant to talk to John about this last night.
TV shows.
As a kid, really big on Power Rangers. I was actually going to talk to this man. But I went to that store in Menlo Park Mall. Okay. And they have, and I didn't know, but they have the Ninja Power Coins.
Interesting.
And they were
like
the first.
Brand new.
No, like the original. I never knew. Did you know the Ninja Power Coins came out? The original one, Mastodon, Pterodactyl.
No, I know. I don't know.
But they had them out there. for $250, and
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
was
sure.
this close to buying it.
I'm sure my mom has like all my old stuff because I was like a super big Power Ranger. Like
I gave everything away.
Oh, you see, your mom, I don't know if my mom gave everything away.
I gave everything away, but I never.
Probably worth something.
But I never had the Ninja Power Coins because the Ninja Power Coins. I don't know if you guys remember this was back in McDonald's.
They didn't.
And like some maybe like in 1995.
Yeah.
It was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, and they got new Power Coins, and I always just ripped out the Power Coins from a magazine because I thought that they never existed. But then I went to the store yesterday and they exist.
Mom just didn't want to buy them.
No. But I think I'm gonna spend $250 because
that's cool to display.
This is very nostalgic for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
So part of me wants to actually get it, but this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't need that. Yeah, I wouldn't need that for you.
But as a kid, probably Power Rangers, and then I'm a big TV person, so this is gonna go on a long time. But the main staple show that I feel like I really used to watch was the Power Rangers. And I was really big on like Nickelodeon's Nick at Night, The Secret World of Alex Mack. Yeah. Are You Afraid of the Dark was a really big one that I used to watch. I used to watch Rugrats. I used to watch what's that other kid?
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, like I was big.
So inappropriate, but
yeah, I was big on that. Family Matters, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would have to say the same. I mean, it was all the As I don't know, because I can't even say that because my son, it's not the same anymore. But like,
totally,
you know what I mean? Like, you would wake up on Saturday and you would have your bowl of cereal and watch all the Ninja Turtles. You would watch
Ghost Rider.
You would watch it because they would be back to back to back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
It was just something you did every week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's basically the same thing. But I was big into Power Rangers. Big into Power Rangers, man.
Yeah.
All the videos,
And like talking about the Power Rangers now, guys, really excites me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, even those Ninja coins, I really want them.
That's
like,
cool.
Like the ape, the falcon, the frog,
the original ones. Yeah.
I went to you guys should go to the store, Menlo Park Mall. Like they have a lot of vintage stuff. So like, I think I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, if you're into toys and stuff like that, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, change those. All right, guys. So your next question is, what is each of your worst industry dance moment? So was there ever a moment on a job that was like the worst job ever? Why don't I know
the worst job ever, or did I? Maybe,
like the worst experience.
Can I say yeah, I can go.
Yeah, go.
So this is super simple. So I won't say names, but except for his name. But we were working about. I mean, I've told this story before, but I still feel like it scarred me to this day. He booked me. He booked me for to work. I forgot what the event was in the city, but it was just like, I mean, there wasn't that many people hearing me, but whatever. So we had to work this event, and I was dancing behind. It was just me and him dancing behind an artist. Yes, we learned choreography from somebody else.
I think there was 2 other girls there. This is the story. I think.
Oh, maybe it was 2 other girls.
I think
but they didn't dance that section with us, did we?
I think no. I think they did. I'm gonna say her name. I think Steph was there.
Oh, maybe it was Steph.
It was Steph.
It was Steph, you, me,
and the choreographer, the girl.
She was in it.
She was in it.
See, this is all long ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so okay, so there was 4 of us.
She doesn't follow me anymore. So.
Fine. Yeah, whatever. No,
I don't care.
They don't know who I am. Anyway, so prior to that day, I had to also dance with another, because I was part of something else, and I danced with another artist. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I did that job with another dancer that also really doesn't matter. But so I had 2 shows the same day. I was young, I was a little cocky, and I'm like, I got this. I'm good. Fast forward, I clearly wasn't good. I mean, I bombed one whole entire song. Like, just the entire song is just like, me and him supposed to be doing things opposite.
Like,
doing things opposite.
Like, he totally, guys, blanked on the choreography.
Like, the whole thing.
Like, the entire thing. I remember this, man. I don't remember the steps, but it was like, he was like,
I was looking around.
He was looking around, and I was like,
That was when we jumped off the stage.
and like here I am trying to walk home. Like I had to cross him. He's like,
it was bad.
oh my god.
But it also taught me that like, yo, I gotta practice more, right? Which was okay, because I knew I had to practice, but like, you know, you get at a certain age, and sometimes you get stupid in your early.
You were a baby then. Like you thought.
Yeah,
I think, and like he said, I think he thought he was more prepared than what he really was. But
right, and you know, it did teach me though. It did teach me to be like, no, like, I gotta stay on top of my stuff because like I don't want to be embarrassed like that. I mean, you know, I got fired and whatnot, but I mean, which is respectable. But yeah, thankfully he never gave up on me, and he saw that. No, he is a good dancer. He just needs a little guidance.
little guy. Yeah. For yeah, I'll never forget that day. My story, because I don't want to keep this going too long, is I remember I was overseas for an artist, and when I tell you guys, once again, to ask questions, to go back to his first event, like ask questions and make sure that you guys are being protected, okay? In any type of situation or setting, whether that be you being booked for a music video, a commercial, a job, just make sure that you get all the info.
Ask questions.
Okay? So, needless to say, I was on set for a music video, guys, and there was a scene. The music video was Dancing by the Fire, and she had like a whole type of fire essence type thing. And, you know, the choreography was supposed to be on a beach, yada, yada, yada. Come to find out, my friends, there were nothing but rocks all over the thing. So we had to dance the choreography on rocks. These rocks, can you imagine dancing on rocks on the bottom of your feet in this skit, like constantly going in? And the movement was very African. I was like, dancing by the fire, like, you know, like that jumping, and you gotta hit 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, like very African-esque. And at that point, I wasn't choreographing. Drew James didn't even exist. For those of you, Drew is not really my real name too. So Drew James didn't even exist at this point. So I was a young pupil, I was a young dancer. I never asked questions. I was 20, 21. And I remember feeling so defeated, and my feet were hurting. Like I was kind of injured after that. Like I remember, you know, like there was no sense of like them wanting to even ask me if I was okay. There was no first aid kit. Do you need this? Do you need that? So for me, that's probably one of my top 3 worst industry moments, because not to say that I was dumb, but as he learned something, I also learned from that moment on that like I can still motherfucking be 19, 20 years old and ask those right questions. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really important now for you guys to just ask those questions, you know? And even that whole project, I had pay situation issues. They were trying to keep us in Korea. They were trying not to pay us correctly. We eventually had to take that whole project and actually take them to court because they weren't expecting us to. We got our money. That was probably, and once again, this is like an independent artist. Obviously, they had some bread in order to fly us out and get us our own room. But at the end of the day, guys, just because you're working for like artists and stuff like that does not necessarily mean that their money is like right. Sometimes independent artists have more money than actual real artists that have albums that have dropped. So that was probably like my worst. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. So that's like my worst situation there. And last question: what are your goals for 2022 as a team and as individuals? For me, as a team, I just talked to him actually a week or so ago about, you know, where, you know, like I'm 36, he'll be 33.
You're gonna be 37 soon.
But I'm 36 now.
I'm 36. So
okay,
I'm just saying,
you're such an asshole. Fucking play the shit. I just told him, you know, like I'm older than him by 4 years technically. So like, once, you know, I wanna continue going. The 20s, I was a hot mess. 25-ish, you know, I grew. as a person expeditiously. Career-wise, my 30s are still amazing. I tell this man all the time that once I hit my 30, 31, like that's when I really switched. I don't ever want to look back on how I behaved in my 20s because I feel like for me, guys, and a lot of you guys know I go to therapy. Growth is a mindset, but it's also a necessity that a lot of people are not cognizant about, and you need to do it in order to get, because if you grow, then that's going to help you grow in other areas. So as a team, once we hit our 40s, he knows my vibe. I want to be bi-coastal. The JDA is going to shoom. I want the offices in New York. We were just driving by, looking at like all these different locations. Like this would be a cool spot. So for me, growth is just. It's not even I need to, I want to. I think once you realize the benefits of growing from a mental standpoint, a physical standpoint, and a financial standpoint, why would you want to stop there? Why do you want to be complacent and just kind of like chill in the moment? So like, I take that philosophy in everything that I do. So for me, there's no stopping me, man. I mean, a W is a W, a big W. I mean, who's to say that like, a lot of people don't have a roof over their heads, or I just got a new car, for Christmas too. So like for that, and the magazine and being lead at Vogue. So like for me, that has nothing to do with money. It's more of an internal thing for me. And in that, my business and being, my relationship with him as my little brother, that grows. Our business grows, and I'm all about growing vibes. I can't stress growing more than enough. So that's my answer as far as a team and individual.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep it short and simple. It's just like the end goal is ownership, right? There's no better feeling but to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and not have to go to anybody else for it, right? I mean, that's all we ever preach about. That's all we're ever going to work towards to get to. Definitely. And that's where I start and end, right? I think it's the perfect sentence. There's, what I mean? Ownership, right? And that's the goal, man. Is it going to happen at the end of 2022? Is it going to happen in 2023, 2024, right? For us, it's just like, I spoke about it before, like I don't care about the consistency of working, because I know if I stay consistent and keep working hard and keep doing what I do, the trajectory is only this way, right? So and that's what I'm going to continue doing. Right? Yeah. Well, that's what we're both going to be doing. Yeah.
And I feel like, we don't know the weird thing about life is like, who was to say that we would even have the opportunity or the health or the livelihood or the abilities to be able to walk up these stairs and film this? Who's to say that we would have even energy in our minds, bodies, and souls to be able to give you our personalities and our energy? You know what I'm saying? So like, we have these goals, and each and every single one of you watching these videos has these goals, but you realistically have to take whatever's happening in the world today and say like, hey, I would love to do that. I need to go for it now, because who knows what's going to happen by the time we hit our 40s, So you have to make your moves, and you need to make good decisions, and you need to be aware of things now. So I think that's a beautiful way to end the episode for a nice little daily reminder. And like I said, friends, we will always be candid. We will always be honest. We now have to change clothes now, and we need to film the next one. We can't really talk too much in the next episode, because we also have to put money in the meter, so that's going to take away time as well. We are here till 2:30. Yeah, so we have to get going. So thank you so much, my friends, for just vibing with us and loving us. Genuinely, all right? To another day, another life, another blessing. Have a beautiful day, guys.